to the 29th SEA Games here in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. This is day 2 of competition of the entire tournament and also for the Wushu. We're welcoming you to the Kuala Lumpur Convention Centre, smack bang in the heart of the city. This is Hall 5, which we will be witnessing the Wushu competition. Lots of different venues going all across the state of Kuala Lumpur, not just in Kuala Lumpur, but there's also sailing out in Langkawi as well. Beautiful destination. We've seen lots and lots of medals already. Congratulations to Vietnam yesterday, but Singapore walking away with 2 bronze medals courtesy of the Fong siblings. They snagged 2 bronze medals in the Qiangshu competition yesterday. It's actually their first games outing together, so that was a lovely way for them to celebrate their first games outing. Alrighty, let's just take a quick look at what's going on today. Plenty of events taking place. We've got the men's Qiangshu, the women's optional Qiangshu, as well as the men's Daoshu and Gunshu, as well as the women's optional Daoshu taking place this morning. We've also got Wushu action this afternoon. 3 o'clock is when we'll be back for that with the women's optional Taiji Jian and the men's optional Nantao and Nangun. Then that will be followed by the women's optional Nantao and Nangun. And please do stick around for the victory ceremonies. It's always nice to see the athletes being rewarded with their medals. Speaking of their medals, they are made of a gorgeous pewter and wood design from Royal Selangor, one of the sponsors of the games. And as you can see, it may be early, but all the Malaysians are out in full force to support their athletes. But listening to their cheers earlier on, it already seems like they're warmed up to support everybody else as well. I see a little bit of support there for Singapore. I'm sure there'll be more spectators filtering in a little bit later on. The opening ceremony opened up on Saturday evening, and it was lovely to see everybody in action. 11 different nations coming together to celebrate the spirit of the games under the motto Bangkit Bersama, rising together, to highlight the unity between the nations of Southeast Asia who have since 1959 come together to celebrate sportsmanship, to put aside our differences and to come together on the competition fields, on the competition arenas, on the courts, in the pools, to put all differences aside and see what we've got. You see our jury there, furiously getting ready for the competition. Now the fabulous thing about Wushu is that it's so delicate and intricate that you really do need a lot of pairs of eyes to catch every single move and to make sure that you're really scoring fairly. It's not an easy event to score. You see the Laotian team there, the gentleman at the back. We saw him in action yesterday in the Qiangshu. It is an early start. You can see the Philippines side still waking up maybe, but bright and early we are down here at the Kuala Lumpur Convention Centre, where the teams are all set and ready to go. Starting with the men's Qiangshu. Burmese team there, sitting on the sidelines, ready to support their athletes. Okay, we'll be taking a look at some of the rundowns of who we're going to see in action. The men's Qiangshu will be up first. We're going to see a couple of repeats from yesterday in terms of the athletes joining us here today. It'll be from Jinjie representing Singapore,
The upcoming event is men's Qiangshu.
Majelis menjemput para juri berarah masuk ke gelanggang.
Please welcome the juries and judges march in.
Our juries and judges as they come on in. A nice big welcome. Rousing welcome for them this morning. I always love how precisely they look at them marching in. They look so smart.
Pengenalan para juri.
A nice mixed jury from the various countries around the region.
Delegasi teknikal dan pengerusi jawatan kuasa juri Li Xiaojie, China.
Technical delegate and chairman of jury committee Li Xiaojie, China.
Ahli jawatan kuasa juri Wen Zhuhui, China.
Member of jury committee Wen Zhuhui, China.
Yong Tong Fong, Malaysia.
Yong Tong Fong, Malaysia.
Ketua referee Liu Zhigang, China.
Chief referee Liu Zhigang, China.
Timbalan ketua referee Tan Ching Fong, Malaysia.
Assistant chief referee Tan Ching Fong, Malaysia.
Ketua pengadil Chai Gang, China.
Head judge Cai Gang,
Like I mentioned, a
China.
lot of judges required
Pengadil
to
nombor 1
almost micromanage every single one of the
Judge number
movements.
1, Him
The judges will be
Yu-Zhang,
grading
Myanmar.
our athletes in three various ways, either superior, average, or inferior.
Judge number 2, Mark
Their
Robert Rosales,
potential total
Italy.
score comes from the difficulty, it's created from the difficulty of their moves
Judge number
and the
3,
choreography.
Hu Kai, China.
And the judges will be deducting based on various infractions.
Judge number 4, Lee Kwang Hei,
And the object of the
Vietnam.
game is really to channel the power and energy of every single move smoothly to the right points. So if they're striking, everything in terms of force must go straight into that, direct it into one
Judge number 6,
focal point. They're also going to be looking for stability and balance in the stances. So when they sink down into
Judge
either
number
a horse
7,
stance or when they do that
Daoshu,
single-legged balance and they
Malaysia.
really sink low, how they wave about, that will
Judge number
surely
8,
come into play.
Anglu Guan, Brunei.
But also in Wushu, you cannot pause.
Judge number 9, Tan Jun
If you
Peng,
pause for more than 3
Singapore.
seconds, it results in an infraction and the judges will penalise for that,
Please march in.
unless it is a purposeful movement. There we go, Singapore's athlete there, bronze medalist. Malaysia's 2 medalists from yesterday's Gunshu competition. Wong Win Song got the silver medal. He's just next to Jin Tie. He was pipped as the favourite to win it, but it was his compatriot, Yap Wai Kin, that managed to edge him out by 0.02 points, with a score of 9.67.
Juries and judges, please kindly be seated.
First up to the competition arena this morning, Muhammad Dafar Golden Boy. As we check out the entire lineup, yep, we've got Malaysians there. Erwin Wijianto also in competition yesterday. Lots of different outfits these guys have. They change it based on the needs and what they want to display. Mohammad Dafa yesterday getting a score of 9.35
1号上场，2号准备。
in the Qiangshu, but this is the Qiangshu, the spear. Lovely landing. Some great height there. Nice splits. Very steady. He looks a lot more confident than he did yesterday. Some good Indonesian support there in the crowd. A little bit wobbly on those turns. It's not easy to control such a long spear, especially when you're just holding it at the edge, the very tip. Oh, beautiful execution of that. His legs nice and straight in the extension. Lovely. Look at the height that he's able to get. Just the explosive power in his legs as he flies up in the air and straight down into the splits. It's going to take a lot of training. Slight bend in the knee there. But largely.
Indonesia, maka terakhir 96
Athlete Muhammad Dafa Golden Boy, Indonesia. Final score 9.63.
There we go, 9.63. Much better score than what he got yesterday, 9.35 for the Qiangshu. He's definitely looking a lot better. Feng Tianjie now. Oh, yep. Lovely. Just the height that he was able to get there. Steady landing. Brilliant spin. Oh, that's gonna cost him. Losing his balance there. Hopefully it doesn't unrattle him for the rest of his sequence. He looks a little nervy. Good control. But he does look a little unsettled from that earlier fumble. He looks a little disappointed with himself. Up in the air, that was some good landing though, nice and solid. But there you go, that was just after he'd tripped and stumbled there. Ah, oh, Again. He will be marked down for that, and that cartwheel was a little bit sloppy. Legs very, very bent, and that landing not great.
Athlete Jin Jie-feng, Singapore. Final score 9.40.
9.40. That is
3号上场。
not going to get him on the podium, unfortunately. Malaysia's Vincent Wong now, or Wong Wing Song. Oh, look at that! Beautiful execution. It was one after the other, and then pulling back up from those splits. He makes landing in the splits and jumping back up look so graceful and so natural. If there was ever an athlete born for Wushu, Vincent Wong is it. An incredible routine. Flip after turn after turn. He is looking strong. And I'd be surprised if he didn't get the gold medal. Look at his confidence. He knows he has nailed a tricky routine with grace and ease. Just look at how he's able to transfer from explosive energy to a calm and centered release.
Athlete Vincent Wong, Malaysia. Kakak terakhir, 9.25.
Athlete Vincent Wong, Malaysia. Final score
9.65, putting him just ahead of Muhammad Dafar Golden Boy. Erwin Wijianto. He was just edged out of a podium place by Feng Jingjie yesterday. So he'll be hoping to make up for a missed medal with the toss of his spear. Nice low stance. Little bit of a misplacement on his feet there. Good use of the floor space. Brilliant play there with the spear. Around the head. Performed with crisp execution. Again, he's another one able to up the tempo and slow it back down again.
Atlet Wijayanto, Indonesia, angkat terakhir 90,62.
Athlete Erwin Wijayanto, Indonesia. Final score 9.62.
9.62. Not quite enough to put him ahead of Muhammad Dafa, his compatriot. In Gunshu. Slight bent legs there on that cartwheel and on that extension. But some lovely choreography. On that kick up there, his foot not pointed. Good effort from the Myanmar athlete. Just those bent knees there. Not quite as smooth the transition.
Atlet Qiangshu, Myanmar, angkat terakhir 90,17.
Athlete Min Kanzo, Myanmar. Final score 9.17.
9.17.
6号上场，7号准备。
A bit better than yesterday's showing, so he'll be happy with the improvement in that. Yep, Waikin, gold medalist from yesterday's Qiangshu. He was the one who upset Vincent's win yesterday. So let's see how he does today. Control in which he dropped that spear. Oh, lovely cartwheel. Oh, a brilliant landing into those splits. Straight up, straight back down. Nice arch in his back. Oh, look at that slide and extension as he lands on the floor. Seen a bent knee from him in any of the extensions so far. It's interesting to see the different styles displayed by him and Vincent. Vincent tends to be a lot more explosive with his movements. whereas
Athlete
Wai King displays a bit more flair.
Athlete Wai King, Malaysia. Final score 9.68.
9.68,
7号上场，
which puts him ahead of Vincent yet again.
7号上场，
Song Autumn lovely black costume. We don't often see black, not at this stage of the competition. Smooth transition out of that cartwheel. Very wide horse dancer. Holding that spear in extension. His concentration is absolutely incredible, considering that the crowd has been shouting his name, Artem, Artem, Artem. Single leg balance, we haven't seen one of those so far. Not held for very long though. Strong start for Artem. He came out of that cartwheel well. It's like bends in the knees. Extension backwards could have been a bit more exaggerated. Deep, heavy breathing. That was a bit of a workout there. We didn't see him in action in this Qiangshu yesterday.
Athlete Swarm Arthur, Cambodia, 888,
Athlete Swarm Artem, Cambodia. Final score 8.80.
Final score rounded up to 8.80. You can see there on the graphics just below 8.799. It was close. It was very close. There you go. It will be the gold medal then for Yap Wai Kin. Another silver for Vincent.
Athletes, please march in.
And Mohammed Zafar, golden boy, with the bronze there for that one. The ladies looking lovely this morning as they march out. As we take a look at the lineup for Singapore, Le In Shen joining Fong Hui Sin. It's Untitled Chapter
女
first.
子枪术，1号上场，2号准备。
the Qiangshu, she got 9.35 yesterday. Lovely angles there in the arm. Lovely transition. Split's not quite as open. He's dropped down into low horse stance as she manipulates. You see the spear bending a lot more as she swings it around. Not changed, but she had to take an additional step after that cartwheel. Sinking very low into that stance. Love the angle of her arms. The cartwheel's very precise. Straight down into the splits. A lot of training required to be able to jump up in the air and land down into a full extension like that.
Atlet meter suwi pure Myanmar, maka terakhir 9,54.
Athlete Mieter Sui Pyo, Myanmar. Final score 9.54.
9.54.
2号上场，3号准备。
As we welcome Le Yingxuan, just 14 years of age. But don't let that fool you. In the 15th Hong Kong Wushu International Championships, she won a bronze medal. And also at the World Junior Wushu Championships, she came in 4th. That was last year. Beautiful. Needing a bit more effort though to get up off the floor from those splits. Kicking back, trailing that spear down. Lovely extension of the legs back and up. She flew through the air. She looks very comfortable in her low stances. Jumping up and over. Beautiful, explosive movements. She gets a lot of height getting up. Bent knees though, and a little bit of a stumble coming out of that cartwheel.
Athlete Yin Chuen Lee, Singapore. Final score 9.47.
3号上场，4号准备。
Agicha from Malaysia, previous medalist from the Games. Won bronze in the straight sword in 2015. A little bit of a surprised look on her face. Beautiful turns there. Lovely 360. Lovely cartwheel too. Very precise, rotating right around the body. Looking very confident. Making her runs look very graceful at the moment. Great height there, almost managing to jump up the height of herself. Everything matters in Wushu. Not just your moves. Even the tiniest details, like your fingers. The expression. Look at that. Her hand at the back, fully extended. Great height achieved as she jumps up and lands back down.
Malaysia, maka terakhir 90.15.
Athlete reaching Qiangshu, Malaysia. Final score 9.15.
9.15.
4号上场，5号准备。
Sandy Wu from Myanmar. She got a gold medal in this event last time round in 2015. Nice low landing. Oh, look at that spin. Look at the speed of that spear. Oh, a lovely little slide there. Great control. She leans backwards. Still looking calm and composed though. Beautiful display there from the defending gold medalist. Lots of grace as she slid into that. Look at just how far she was able to slide and just roll her leg back into that.
Atlet Sandy Wu, Myanmar, maka terakhir 9.65.
Athlete Sandy Wu, Myanmar. Finals 9.65.
9.65. It's hers to lose.
6号准备。
Singapore's next athlete, Feng Hui-sing. She's already got a medal. Beautiful spin, but again, her brother and her both with the same issue. Need to do a double bounce into that. Oh, fumble on the spear, just losing it a little bit. Oh, but lovely spins. Managing to achieve almost parallels to the ground. She looks a little bit rattled from her couple of mistakes. Question is, how much will the judges penalise her for? Beautiful rotation, but there was that double jump just on the horse stance. Beautiful exit though.
Atlet Hui Fong, Singapore, maka terakhir 9.29.
Athlete Hui Xin Feng, Singapore. Final score 9.29.
9.29 for Hui-sing. Pun Yi-in, bronze medalist last year. She got a silver medal yesterday in the Qiangshu. Don't let her demeanor and maturity of her moves fool you. She's just 21 years of age. Oh, look at that. Flying out like a butterfly. A beautiful routine from Yi-in Fun. Gorgeous cartwheel. Lovely. Straight legs every time she performs any of her kicks. Three spins there.
Athlete Yi Fun, Malaysia. Final score 9.66.
Incredible. 9.66 just puts her ahead of Sandy. Ooh. So, Sandy's gold medal won't stand. Yi-in is looking to upgrade her bronze medal from the last outing. Kim Lee Magulula. Lovely low stance. Oh. Some beautifully executed moves here from Kimberly. Nice straight leg extension. Oh, lovely. The height at which she was able to raise her legs there. Good effort there from the young Philippine athlete. That straight leg extension. She's got some beautiful kicks. She gets plenty of air for her height. Explosive power and energy.
Athlete Kimberly Makuha, Philippines. Final score 9.28. 8号上场，9号准备。
Indonesia with their first athlete for the ladies here today. Oh, incredible. Looks like she's in good form today. Back. There's something to be said about an athlete who's able to spin around with that sort of speed and precision. She looks very impressed with herself, and she will be happy with that routine. Lovely. Look how low that stance was.
Indonesia, maka terakhir 95
Athlete Talia Lovita Sosro Jojo, Indonesia. Final score 9.53.
9.53 puts her just out of the medals, just behind Myanmar's Myatetsu. This is the silver medalist from 2015, Dong Toifi. Gold medalist in the Qiangshu from yesterday. She has unsurpassed grace and elegance. Incredible height. And right back up there. Flying through the air. She makes it look too easy. A little preparatory skip before she leaps up into the air. Another beautifully executed cartwheel. Oh, her control of that spear. Look of determination. A beautiful routine to watch. Her control. She's just able to leap up into the air. She flies like no other. To be able to gain that sort of height.
Atlet
Look at that smile, 9.67, putting her just ahead of Bun In of Malaysia. As it stands at the moment, it's looking like she will get the gold medal, Malaysia with the silver, and Myanmar with the bronze. But we've got one more athlete to go. From Laos, He Payai. Effort from the Laotian so far. Not able to do the free cartwheel, so her hand just supporting her as she flipped on that one. Oh, there we go. Great shoulder mobility in that pose. And she flips and catches the spear, a little bit sketchy, but she lands it. There you go, the second cartwheel she was able to execute without the hand on the floor.
Atlet He Payai, Laos, maka terakhir 9.779.
Athlete He Payai, Laos. Final score 7.79.
7.79 for He Payai as we wrap up the women's Qiangshu, which means that it is going to be a gold medal for Vietnam. Impun just edged out there. So it's a silver medal for Malaysia with 9.66.
The upcoming event
And
is
Myanmar with
men's
9.65 from Sandy U.
Sila berarah masuk gelanggang.
Athletes, please march in.
As we take a look at the start list now for the men's optional Daoshu and Gunshu.
男子刀术，1号上场，2号准备。
Starting with the 24-year-old Singaporean Yong Yixiang. At the 2013 World Combat Games, he came in 8th in this category. With the broadsword. Great turns and around the head movements. Slowing the tempo down before he picks it back up. Lovely height there in that jump. Quick transference with his hands. Beautiful routine there from Yong Yixiang. Lovely turns. Very precise. And 360 and sticking it down into the horse stance. Not a stranger to the SEA Games at the 2015 edition in the Tangshan. He'd won a gold medal there.
Athlete Yixiang Yong, Singapore. Final score 9.64.
A good start then
2号上场。
for him, 9.64. Kyo Tet Han. Judges will also be looking to see how they transfer that sword from hand to hand. Oh, lovely jump to ground. Nice spin. Graze of his hand on the ground there. Bringing the sword very close to his head. It's always slightly unnerving. May look very flimsy, but these swords are sharp. Oh, lovely somersaults there. Good effort from the Myanmar athlete. Look at just how quick he was. Lots of acrobatics in this routine with that somersault. The whole of the
Atlet Gunshu, Myanmar, maka terakhir 9.09.
Athlete Hanjo, Myanmar, final score 9.09.
9.09 the result for him as we take a look at the Singapore athletes there. The Fong siblings resting in the stands. Nolens Adi. From the Philippines. Lovely height there in that spin. Very high kick, going almost above his head. Round the head movements there. Going super close to his neck. Taking another look at Valence's routine. Great height he was able to achieve in all of his jumps and kicks.
Atlet Nolens Ada Catolico, Filipina, maka terakhir 9.62.
Athlete Nolens Ada Catolico, Philippines, final score 9.62.
9.62 puts him just behind Singapore's Yong Isiang. Another athlete from Myanmar, Achad Hulaifi from Indonesia. Myanmar athlete will come after him. Lovely. Ahmad is another one who's able to get some incredible height. He is a tall athlete himself, but it's the height that he's able to reach. Nice little tumble. He won the silver medal last year. Well, last time round in Singapore, rather. And it's easy to understand why. His tumbles, not just tumbles, somersaulting right into them from height. Makes all of this look so effortless.
Athlete Ahmad Hulaifi, Indonesia. Score 868.
Taking the lead now with 9.68, putting him 0.04 points ahead of Singapore. Pushing Singapore to potentially a silver. But still plenty more athletes to go, including Newman Q. Nice 360. Not quite as fast-paced a routine as the Indonesian, but I think it's always really tough to come off the back of such an accomplished athlete. A little stumble with his foot there, and the replacement. Slicing through the air. He's showing some good control. And take another look at Miu Minki. He managed to attain some lovely height in his kicks and spins.
Maka terakhir 90.39.
Athlete Myo Min Ji, Myanmar. Final score 9.39.
6号上场，7号准备。
Not a medal contender, but a lovely routine. Brunei. It's their time to shine with Mohammed Adi Sharani bin Ruslan. Beautiful spin, but just coming out of that horse stance, he wasn't able to hold on to it. He did that time. A lovely series of jumps and tumbles. Nice somersault. It's amazing how they look like they're just flying through the air. Like they're able to stop time as they do it, with a great amount of hang time. Seen again there. He doesn't look too happy with his performance though. Not able to get to parallel on those jumps, but that was a beautiful display of athleticism.
Athlete Muhammad Adis Sharami bin Roslan, Brunei. Final score 9.27.
7号上场，9号准备。
9.27 also putting him out of medal contention. Sujinda Nyanggrunroin from Thailand. The Thais don't have as much of a history of winning medals here at the Games in Wushu. Some impressive speed. Few jabs, twists and turns. Right around the neck and head. Another who doesn't quite look completely happy with his performance, but he did manage to have some very precise landings. And the way he was able to jump up from the floor.
Atlet Sujinda Yangrong Levi, Thailand. Maka terakhir 9.51.
Athlete Sujinda Yangrong Rawin, Thailand. Final score 9.51.
9.51. A thumbs up for the camera. He's definitely,
9号上场
don't think he quite expected that result out of the medals, but I think he's happy. Fortune Lim for Malaysia now. Look at him go. Circling around his body in that cartwheel. The look of concentration on his face. You can almost see the glitter coming off of his outfit as he flies through the air. This is a beautiful routine and the crowd is loving it. The way he was able to stop the motion, pause, gather it in, and then burst into a flurry of energy once again. And I must say, his outfit is stunning. It certainly did not distract from that incredible performance there from the Malaysian athlete. Okay. A couple more athletes to go from Indonesia and Singapore. See all the phones up waiting for the announcement of the results.
Athlete Julie Malaysia.
Here we go. Quick smile there.
Malaysia. Final score
9.65, which means he will take second place behind Ahmad Hulaifi. Another Indonesian now, Edgar Xavier Marvelo. Brilliant spin. There. His kicks nice and high, straight leg extensions all the way, and landing every single stance so far with a lot of precision. No wavering whatsoever. Mid-air flick and turn. Mid-air barrel spin, just allowing him to channel his way through the air. Taking the tempo down at the end of his routine there, but a beautifully choreographed piece. Look at the spins that he was able to come up with. Twists, turns, plenty of solid strikes. You see that full extension in the front kick. His toe coming up and almost hitting himself in the head. Rest of the athletes watching on.
Athlete Edgar Xavier Marvelo, Indonesia. Final score 9.64.
11号上场。
Two athletes now on 9.64. Edgar coming level with Yong Isiang from Singapore, as we have another Singaporean athlete, Joan Lim Siwei. Joan featured in the last SEA Games in Singapore. He won the gold medal for the men's dual event with weapons. So he's used to working with the apparatus and winning gold medals. Years old. Brandishing that sword with vigor. Look at him go. Lovely tumble and a turn. Oh, straight down on the ground. Could use a little more extension on that top leg. Some lovely angles he's able to create with his body. Creating and cutting a crisp silhouette. Look at the height he was able to get straight off the kick into that cartwheel. No pauses. This was an action-packed routine from start to finish from the Singaporean. Deep breathing. And look at that smile on his face. 9.69, which means that it's a gold medal for Singapore, courtesy of Joan Lim Si-wei. A fantastic effort, just 0.09 points ahead of Ahmed Hulaifi of Indonesia. But it does mean that he has pipped his compatriot Yong In-siang, who will no longer get that bronze medal. We now see the ladies marching in for the women's optional Daoshu. Six athletes in total. Zoe Mui representing Singapore, going up against Lo Ying Ting. But it's Vietnam's Hong Thi Bong Kiang who will take the stage first.
女子倒数1号上场，2号准备。
Gold medalist in the Gunshu yesterday. Lo Ying Ting as well from Malaysia, who got the silver. Lovely landing. Second explosive movement. Oh, but she just fumbles on the landing there. Doesn't quite manage to stick it. But not letting it rattle her. The way she's able to transfer her weight all the way to that front leg. Lovely spin to the ground. Caressing the sword. During these sorts of events in Wushu, their apparatus becomes an extension of their body. And how they brandish it will greatly determine how the judges score them. There we go, that was that little stumble just as she was landing into the horse stance, which will cost her.
Athlete T. Pong Yang Huang
Vietnam. Final score 9.37.
And it has cost her quite a bit, 9.37.
2号上拿手，3号准备。
Monica Francisca Sugianto from Indonesia. She waits to start. Very strong start here from the Indonesian. Nice little turn and straight down into the splits. Eyes tell a story. You wouldn't want to mess with her. She looks like she means business. Sinking low in the stances, remaining very steady. Lovely routine there from Monica. Not afraid to get down and tumble. She means business.
Atlet Monica Francisca
Lovely extensions.
Indonesia, makan terakhir 9.66.
Athlete Monica Francisca Sugianto.
And
Indonesia.
such a routine gets her such a score, 9.66.
3号上场，4号准备。
Singapore looking towards Zoe Mui, waiting for a medal. Zoe's had several great outings at the Games. Nice. So he had picked up 2 medals in the 2015 Games. An individual gold medal for the Qiangshu, and in the team event with Xin Lee, silver. Nice cartwheel. Flying up there, her legs going way above her head in the full extension. A look of determination and a deep bow from the Singaporean. Look at the speed at which she brandishes her sword. That cartwheel, her legs so straight and jumping straight back into the sword play.
Athlete waiting Zoe Mui, Singapore. Final score 9.64.
That puts her in second place now, behind Monica Francisca Sugianto. As we welcome Lo Yingting. You can see the intricate carvings on her sword. Everything is judged in Wushu. Even the fabric at the end of their sword and how it falls, whether it interferes with their hands or whether it falls nicely like it does here with Yingting. Jump into narrow squat there. Making full use of the entire competition area. This is a lovely routine which is really displaying Yingting's capabilities and her prowess with that sword. Turns 1080. Down into those splits, very wide, very nice, but just her return and coming up, just not quite as steady as it could be, and her legs there was tripping a little bit.
Malaysia, final score 9.53.
Those few little mistakes costing her dearly, putting her now behind Singapore. Indonesia with Felda Elvira Santo. Felda got the bronze medal in the women's Gunshu yesterday with a score of 9.62. Just 24 years old. Oh, lovely. Flying through the air there. Picking up the speed, fast and furious. Dramatic display here. Travelling into all four corners on the area. Placing herself to finish her routine with her sword tucked into the nook of her arm. And that's where it stayed. Round the head there with such speed. And so close to the neck. Lovely strike, straight forward.
Indonesia, maka terakhir 96.
Athlete Felda Elvira Santoso, Indonesia. Final score 9.67.
六号上场。
An incredible display there puts her in gold medal contention now, pushing Indonesia and Singapore down to silver and bronze respectively. Our final athlete now for the women's Daoshu, Tet King Tin from Myanmar. Not managing to balance in her split and landing down on her hands, that will cost. She's going to have to make up with it with utmost precision for the rest of her routine. Another little wobble as she loses her balance. The jury looking on intently. She has the speed, but she just doesn't quite have the precision. As you saw her falling into those splits and just losing her balance there, unfortunately.
Maka terakhir 92.
Athlete Kai Zinter, Myanmar. Final score 9.20.
9.20. Considering that she'd had a couple of major stumbles, that is a result she should be happy
The
with.
session has come to the end.
And there you go, it'll be Indonesia. Felda Elvira Santo taking 1 and 2, with Monica Francisca taking the silver, Singapore clinching a bronze medal there, courtesy of Zoe Moy, waiting with a total of 9.64 in the women's Daoshu. And with that, we've come to the end of this first session here this morning at Kuala Lumpur Convention Centre, Hall 5 for the Wushu competition.
Juries and judges, please march out.
The victory ceremonies will be taking place shortly. They're scheduled for 12 o'clock, but if they come a little bit earlier, we will let you know. Of course, this afternoon we will see plenty more action here from the KLCC. The women's optional Tai Chi Tien, the men's optional Nantao and Nankun, as well as the women's optional Nantao and Nankun as well. Plenty more of exciting action and of course lots more sports coming to you live from Kuala Lumpur 2017. This is the 29th SEA Games coming to you live on MediaCorp's channels. We've got Octo Sport and Toggle.sg bringing you all of the action from around the games, especially as we follow Team Singapore's endeavours across this 2-week period.
That was amazing. And these guys really pulled everything out to give all the best shows around. And for
Like I said, we will be back for the victory ceremony in a short while. It is scheduled for 12. It may come a little bit earlier, but we will let you know how it all goes down. But just so you know, we've already definitely picked up several medals.
Indonesia, Singapore,
The women just now walking away with a bronze medal, courtesy of Zoe Moy.
Onto the camera, guys. Right.
Of course, not to forget our men put on a very good showing here
Follow my left side over
as
here.
well.
Give me a cheer from each of the nation, guys.
Zhou and Lim Siwei with the gold medal in the men's Daoshu. Just edging out Indonesia's Ahmad Hulaefi and Ko Chun Lim of Malaysia. The Malaysians having a great time here this morning as well. It was another 1-2 finish for them with Yap Wai Kin and Vincent Wong of Malaysia
Here's how it's going to work.
coming first in the Qiangshu, followed by
Rise up.
Muhammad Dafar Golden Boy as well, who came in third.
You're going to follow along, okay? Are you ready?
We'll bring you all the updates as we get them throughout the course of this morning.
Sieg and win!
So there we go.
One more time, one more time, one more time.
The victory ceremony is slated for 12 p.m.
Okay? Just promise me. And you have my word on you, alright?
Let's
Okay,
just
guys,
have
one more time, are you
a quick
ready?
double check of the medal tally at the moment. Malaysia still leading at the moment with the most number of gold, 17 gold medals to their name.
Back to the other side. Alright, so
15 silver and 10 bronze. They've got a total of 42 medals. The host country has. Singapore coming in second at the moment, 9 gold medals, 10 silver, 7 bronze. And Thailand in third place with 5 gold medals, 4 silver and 6 bronze.
Since 1952, FPT has been in the forefront of sport in ASEAN, promoting the betterment of our community through sports. That is why, for the last 30 years, FPT has been a dedicated partner to the SEA Games movement. FPT, creating excellence in sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, victory ceremony will begin within 15 minutes. So stay tuned. Thank you.
ấm hơn, giọt nước mắt cuốn ký ức anh chìm sâu. Tình người nơi đâu, cô đơn đôi chân là trôi giữa bầu trời. Màn đêm che giấu, từng góc tôi khuôn là phía sau bờ môi. Tại vì anh thôi, tôi say mê nên đôi khi quá dài khờ. Nhắm mắt ở thờ anh không muốn lạc vào trong nỗi đau này. Phía trước bây giờ ai đang nắm chặt bàn tay của em vậy, như một trò đùa. Anh xin ra tay rồi chắc anh bây giờ chúng ta không thuộc về nhau, chúng ta không thuộc về nhau, chúng ta không thuộc về nhau. Em cứ đi bên người mà em chẳng không thuộc về nhau. Giấc mơ không nào cùng nhau, giấc mơ là một chiều mưa. Anh lỡ xóa đi những ngày xưa rồi. Chúng ta không thuộc về nhau, chúng ta không thuộc về nhau, chúng ta không thuộc về nhau, chúng ta không thuộc về nhau. Từng đêm qua cơn mưa bao vây trên xe đôi ta. Ngày hôm qua buồn gió theo mây nhìn về nơi xa. Trời xanh rồi bao la, anh lên đôi chân mình. Vừa là anh có lẽ em đang yên vui bên tình. Hơi men để anh mơ, nơi đâu để anh sống một đôi của em ở trong mơ. Anh không muốn lạc vào trong nỗi đau này. Phía trước bây giờ ai đang nắm chặt bàn tay của em vậy, như một trò đùa. Anh xin ra tay rồi chắc anh bây giờ chúng ta không thuộc về nhau, chúng ta không thuộc về nhau, chúng ta không thuộc về nhau. Em anh cứ đi bên người mà em chẳng không thuộc về nhau. Giấc mơ không nào cùng nhau, xóa mơ là một chiều mưa. Anh lỡ xóa luôn những ngày xưa rồi. Chúng ta không thuộc về nhau, 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 không thuộc về nhau, không thuộc về nhau. Chúng ta không thuộc về nhau, không thuộc về nhau, không thuộc về nhau. Chúng ta không thuộc về nhau, chúng ta không thuộc về nhau, chúng ta không thuộc về nhau. Em anh cứ đi bên người mà em chẳng không thuộc về nhau. Giấc mơ không nào cùng nhau, xóa bao là một chiều mưa. Anh lỡ xóa luôn những ngày xưa rồi. Chúng ta không phải bao giờ, chúng ta không thuộc về nhau, chúng ta phải bao giờ, chúng ta phải bao giờ.
We are going to commence the victory ceremony in 5 minutes. I repeat, in 5 minutes. So please stand by, get your cameras ready. Oh, but however, no flash photography, please.
so confused. It felt so good, but it felt so untrue. Try to let it free, but emotions got me lately. When I'm by your side, boy, I can't deny you light me out like fireworks. Like fireworks, yeah. 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 It's you and I, feeling all this love. It's you and me, going against the wall. I'ma let it go and let you drive me crazy. Just when you are around, boy, I can't deny you light me out like fireworks. Like fireworks, yeah. 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 I know you'll be here just in time to make me feel so safe and that.
penyampaian hadiah untuk acara Wushu lelaki Qiangshu. Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for Wushu men's Qiangshu. Please welcome to the podium the medalists. Presented by Yang Berbahagia Dato' Zaitun Osman, Malaysia's Sports Commissioner. The mascot and seedling will be presented by Mr. Alan Wong, President of the Wushu Federation of Malaysia. Hadirin sekalian, pemenang tingkat gangsa, bronze medalist Muhammad Jafar, Golden Boy from Indonesia. Pemenang pingat perak, silver medalist Wong Weng Sun from Malaysia. Pemenang pingat emas dan juara sukan C bagi acara Wushu Qiangshu lelaki. Ladies and gentlemen, gold medalist and SEA Games champion for Wushu men's Qiangshu, Yap Wai Kin from Malaysia. Bagi memberi penghormatan kepada nyanyian lagu kebangsaan Malaysia, negaraku. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of Malaysia.
A fantastic result then for the Malaysians with a 1-2 finish on the podium there.
For Wushu men's Qiangshu.
The Qiangshu routines for both Yap Wai Kin and Vincent Wong, absolutely incredible. If you watched them, you would have known that they were definitely going to be in the medals. So Wai Kin making it 2 for 2 now. That's his second gold medal here at the 2017 Southeast Asian Games. Let's take a quick look. Here we go. The execution of his routines were flawless. So much flair, and the height that he gets on his jumps. And you could tell once he was done with his routine as well that he knew he was on to a winner. So it's another gold medal for Malaysia now, who will add to their tally. They're currently leading at the moment. The crowd's a little bit subdued at the moment, but there we go. A loud cheer and applause for the Malaysian gold medalist. Winning by a pretty decent margin as well. Yep, Waikin won that one 9.68, Vincent Wong with 9.65, and Mohammad Dafar Golden Boy with 9.63. Flurry of media there on the corner. A successful outing so far at Wushu for the Malaysians. Four victory ceremonies for us here this morning. Up next will be the optional Qiangshu for the women's event. Then the Daoshu and Gunshu optional for the men, and the Daoshu women's. If you're joining us here on Toggle, a warm welcome to the 29th SEA Games, coming to you live from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. This venue is the Kuala Lumpur Convention Centre in Hall 5, home to Wushu. Standing by for the next medal ceremony now.
Welcome to the victory ceremony for the women's Qiangshu. Welcome to the podium, the medalists.
There we see the bulbs with the flowers, or rather the trees, which will be planted after the games conclude. Each medalist will get a tree to offset the carbon footprint, and that will be planted in one of the national parks here in Malaysia to reduce the carbon footprint.
Ladies and gentlemen, bronze medalists from Myanmar, represented by old
Sandy Oo. She was the gold medalist in Singapore. For the Qiangshu, the Changquan, as well as the bare hand.
Malaysia,
It's a bronze medal here for her.
presented by Poon
But it's a silver medal for Poon Yi, making that her second silver of this edition of the Games.
Ladies and gentlemen,
She has
SEA champion
improved on her 2015 result. She was the bronze medalist in Singapore. But this lady right here,
represented by Tung.
she was the silver medalist in Singapore. But here she is, one step higher on the podium with the gold medal. Dong TV. Wrapping the flag around her shoulders. It is a privilege and an honor to stand on that top step, to wear the flag, and to sing the national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the 29th SEA Games medalists for women Qiangshu, Tanya and congratulations.
A silver medal in 2013, a silver medal in 2015, but now she finally tastes gold in this event. Watching her is an absolute joy. Everything from her composure to her execution and the way she manipulates her weapons makes for a stunning performance and a well-deserved gold medal. All of our medalists looking very happy with themselves, and quite rightly so. A good outing this morning for the Vietnamese, and for Tuong Thuy Vi, who gets her second gold. Her first of this competition was in the women's Qiangshu. Two more medal ceremonies to go here. So a quick recap of the medal table. Malaysia still leading, 17 golds, 15 silver and 11 bronze. Singapore with 9 gold, Vietnam though with 5 at the moment. And their total medal haul so far, 13 medals, 5 gold, 3 silver and 5 bronze. Early days though, this is only day 2 of competition here at the Southeast Asian Games, the 29th edition held here in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. The games were last here in Malaysia in 2001, and it is the 6th time that this country has hosted the games. 3 o'clock is when we'll see the next round of Wushu. So make sure you're staying with us right here on Toggle. The optional Tai Chi Tien for the women, the Nan Tao Nan Gun finals for the men as well as the women. And of course 6 p.m. is when we'll have the victory ceremony for the women's Tai Chi Tien and the men's Nan Tao and Nan Gun. That does not mark the end of the Wushu competition though here at the SEA Games. There's also day 3 of competition taking place.
Ladies and gentlemen,
tomorrow, starting again at 9 a.m. with the men's Nanquan, the women's Nantao and Nankun, as well as the men's compulsory third Tai Chi Jian. In the afternoon session, there's the women with the compulsory third Tai Chi Chuan, the men's optional Tang Chuan, and the women's optional Tang Chuan. And here are our medalists.
Presented by Honorable Miss Grace Wu, Minister for Culture, Community and Youth Singapore.
An incredible performance by these athletes. You can already see the Singapore supporters there with Minister Grace Fu
from Malaysia, represented by Carl Jun Lim.
Malaysia, Ko Chun Lim walking away with his medals.
Silver medalist, Indonesia!
Indonesia's Ahmad Hulayefi with a score of 9.78, winning the silver medal. It was so close. His performance was impeccable, completing it with such flair
Ladies and gentlemen,
that I think even our gold medalist himself was a little bit shocked when he saw the score. With a score of 9.69, Joan Lim Siwei steps on top of the podium for Singapore with a gold medal, and he'll receive that medal from Minister Grace Fu, Minister for Culture, Community and Youth. Big hugs all round then.
ladies and
And he
gentlemen,
looks
please rise for the
very
national
moved
anthem of Singapore.
and slightly overwhelmed by the enormity of what he has achieved. Majula Singapura indeed.
Presenting the 29 SEA Games medalists from Daoshu and Gunshu.
A fantastic result then for Singapore,
Ucapkan dan tahniah.
with a gold medal in Wushu. Happy days for Joan Lim as we take another look at his routine. Great elevation and extension in every single one of his moves as he traversed the floor. Look at that, just the way he was able to gain such height as he made contact between his hand and his foot, and this move right here, that was a clincher in what was a beautiful routine for the 18-year-old. At the last SEA Games in the men's duel event, he won gold there, but this is his first SEA Games individual gold medal, and he will treasure it for sure. This man right here will rue that he missed out by 0.01 points. But a solid effort from the Indonesian, who, when you see him out there, performs his choreography effortlessly. I can't wait to see more from him. The final medal ceremony coming your way, the women's Daoshu. No medals here for Singapore, but it will be a 1-2 for Indonesia. Oh, my apologies. There is a medal for Singapore. A bronze medal. Courtesy of Zoe Mui Wei Ting. Zoe has good results from the last edition of the SEA Games in the Qiangshu, as well as the women's duel event. It was gold for the individual event and silver in the weapons alongside Sin Min Lee. During these games, 38 sports with 404 events in total, going all the way through to the 30th of August. The big ones start for Singapore tonight with the swimming. Everyone's looking forward to that. The heats concluded this morning.
For the women's Daoshu, please welcome to the podium the medalists.
And the ladies come out now.
Medals will be presented by Mrs. Adinda Juanita, Deputy Division and Executive Committee Member of Indonesia Olympic Council. The mascot and sibling will be presented by Mr. Natiano, Secretary General of Wushu Indonesia National Federation. Ladies and gentlemen, bronze medalist, Singapore.
There we go. Singapore standing on the third step of the podium. Zoe Mui waiting with a score of 9.64. Singapore's sixth medal from Wushu in total. And like I said, it's in Indonesian 1-2 here. Monica Francisca Sugianto just missing out on the gold medal by 0.01 points to her fellow countryman Felda Elvira Santoso.
Ladies and gentlemen, gold medalist and SEA Games champions, once again, Indonesia! Presented by Santoso Felda Elvira.
Felda with big smiles there, and she deserves it. With the bronze medal yesterday in the Gunshu.
Please rise for the national anthem of Indonesia.
A 24-year-old managing to stand on the top step this time round. National anthem there for the Indonesian side, who look very, very happy with their result of a 1-2 finish here in this event, the women's Daoshu. The elevation and precise movements from Felda, just how close she was able to get that sword wrapped around her neck, was truly remarkable. Indonesia had won 2 gold medals in the last edition of the Games in Singapore. This time round, they've got one here, courtesy of Felda. That is Indonesia's first gold medal in the Wushu. And her squad looking very happy. All the hard work has paid off. And there's nothing better than the satisfaction of standing on that podium as a reward for all the effort that has gone in, all the months of training and preparation that has come to this. And that marks the end of the victory ceremonies here for this morning's session. Of course, more Wushu coming your way with the women's optional Tai Chi Chuan, the men's optional Nantao and Nankun, as well as the women's optional Nantao and Nankun at 3 p.m. Coming to you from the Kuala Lumpur CC Hall 5 venue, the home of Wushu at this 29th SEA Games in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia.
Ladies and gentlemen, give one more round of applause to our medalists!
Do stick around and join us on all of our channels here on Toggle. We bring you 3 live channels on toggle.sg, or you can check out all the action on Octo Sports as well. Don't forget, we wrap up every day with the highlights of Team Singapore on Today at the Games. So if you miss out on the action here, you can always join us at 9 p.m. every night on Octo Sports as well as on Toggle for all the action from the 29th SEA Games Kuala Lumpur 2017.